Hello student, good morning all of you. We should not give up and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Children, I hope you must be fine and safe. Today we will start lesson 4. Okay, lesson 4 part 3. In your last session you had learned the meaning of e-commerce, scope of e-commerce, then more resources are needed for e-commerce, then online transaction, how you can book your article you want to buy, how you can order and how you make the payment. Clear? So now today we will start part 3. Today we will learn safety and security of transition in e-commerce. Clear? First we need the safety. Like now, unlike traditional trade online, trade is quite risky. These risks can be divided in 3 parts. Which are they? Risk of wrong transition, risk of data getting stolen, and the risk of intellectual wealth and privacy. So we can safeguard ourselves from these risks. The first one, security against risk of wrong transaction. Wrong कैसे हो जाते हैं? At times it may happen. The seller says the customer did not place order, so the item was not sent to him. Sometimes the customer himself says that he has not placed the order, but he had actually placed it. Online sales also face complaints like the customer received a bad quality product or a defective product, etc. Now what is our safety measure? क्या है? Safety measure क्या करना है? The seller should verify customer's identity and address when he fills the registration form. जब हम फॉर्म भरते हैं, the customer should purchase from reliable websites only. Order history of buyer must be checked. Security against risk of data collection. While shopping online, we share our personal details like name, address, bank name, etc. There lies a risk of such data getting stolen. Hackers may steal our data for fun or for some exchange. Hackers and data thieves create computer program called virus and float them on internet. Virus may interrupt the screen, prevent the computer from working properly, damage our data. Okay, and what is our safety? One should have proper antivirus software installed on the computer. One should not search unreliable websites. Now, security against intellectual wealth and privacy. Internet is a public platform, that is, everyone in the world is allowed to access it. Once information is placed on internet, it means it is publicly published. In this regard, the one needs to take care while providing the information on the internet. What is our safety measure? One should be careful while placing information such as email, address, phone number, bank details, password, etc. during online transaction. One should provide information only when necessary, that too only to reliable websites. Now children, we have learned communication, e-commerce. Now we will start outsourcing. What do you mean by outsourcing? When a company or an individual hand over some of the processes or works to another company or a professional group, it is called outsourcing. Both the company sign an agreement and decide the nature of work, payment and the terms, time of delivery, the work, etc. Outsourcing can be done within the company or with other companies. Reason for outsourcing the works. Large companies outsource small works so that they can focus on main activities of the companies. Some companies even outsource their own main activities in case they do not have sufficient infrastructure or knowledge to do on their own and to save cost. Example of outsourcing. A company may outsource call center activity, production, marketing activity, product installation, after sales service, research and development activities, etc. Children, now we start business process outsourcing. Okay, what do you mean by business process outsourcing? That is BPO. क्या होता है? When a company hand over its business activity, okay, activity क्या है? Processes on a contractual basis to another company, it is called business process outsourcing. For example, company would outsource the work of call center or data entry to reduce its expenditure. Outsourcing has become quite popular in recent years because human resource is available at very low rate in populated country like India and China. Several foreign companies set up their call centers in these countries to provide sales, after sales, online technical assistance to their customers. Children, now we will learn need of BPO. क्या है? First, cost cutting. To save infrastructure setup and other cost, companies outsource their activities like billing, data entry, marketing, survey, etc. Second, focus on principal activity of company. By outsourcing some activities, the senior level employees and managers can focus properly on the core activities of the business. What is the benefit of efficiency? By outsourcing to a professional company, a business can take benefit of the rich experience and efficiency a professional unit possesses. It might be quite difficult or even impossible for the business firm to carry out such outsourced work on its own with such efficiency. Fourth, to cater the dynamic demand. As a nation develops, expectation and demands of customer keep on increasing and changing. It may not be possible to meet the expectation and demand, and so it becomes important to outsource some task of BPO who can handle such task. For example, in olden days, companies did not have a large customer care center, which now has become quite important with increased sales through online shopping and expanded market. Fifth one, increased benefits. Business unit can outsource few works to their subordinates in order to focus more on important activities like increasing sales, developing new products, expanding business, and to serve and satisfy their customer better and thus increase the profits. Children, scope of BPO. Okay, BPO that is business process outsourcing. हमने पहले क्या किया? पहले what is the outsourcing? Then what is the given the BPO process outsourcing need of the BPO कहाँ कहाँ होती है? Now we will learn scope of BPO. Clear? The extent to which a company can outsource its work can be classified in two categories. They are back office outsourcing. A company can outsource its back office work like billing, purchase, data entry, etc. Second, front office outsourcing. This includes customer services like sales and marketing, technical assistance, etc. Children, now we will learn knowledge process outsourcing, KPO. Okay, now a form of outsourcing in which knowledge and information related work is given to another company or to some subsidiary department within the company is called outsourcing of knowledge related process or knowledge process outsourcing. क्लियर कहता है कि जिसको पूरा नॉलेज हो उसी या कंपनी में किसी डिपार्टमेंट के पास पूरा नॉलेज हो उसी को ही वो काम दिया जाएगा. KPO includes processes and services that require advanced high-level skills that a company may need for its development. Now children, need of KPO. Okay, now benefits of highly specialized skill attended by KPO. An organization providing KPO services invests heavily in training its human resources, developing methods and systems, and hence possesses advanced and highly specialized skills. As a result, KPO units had achieved advanced expertise and have rich experience. Business unit can take benefits of such KPO service providers at quite a lower cost compared to the cost incurred on hiring such staff in its own unit. Second point of scope of KPO, maximum use of resources. It is extremely important, very important, that a business unit makes optimum use of its human resource by involving it in core business activities. By outsourcing some activity of KPO units, the human resource of the business units can be made to focus on customers related activities. Third point, solution of complex problems. Some complex business problems which require advanced technical and professional skill can be solved through KPO. Fourth point of scope, proper attention to principal function. By outsourcing, business unit can focus on principal function, that is core activity of business. For example, if a school outsources its work like computer laboratory setup and computer education, then it can focus in the core activities. What is the core activities? That is teaching. Fifth, maximum use of capital. A business unit can outsource and save its precious capital to use it in important business related functions. Sixth point of scope of KPO, reduce the expenditure. Decreased expenditure is the principal reason for outsourcing. A business unit can outsource such activities which otherwise would require a lot of investment and time to set up on its own. Seventh point, reduce risk. Market, competition, government policy, and industrial laws keep on changing. Under such situation, the need of knowledge related issue like marketing, legal procedure, R&D also keep on changing. If a company establish such in-house facilities, then it may anytime face a risk of such facilities getting outdated. To save itself from such risk, it is advisable for a company to outsource. The last topic, that is scope of KPO. Company may outsource the following knowledge related processes. What are they? Business and market researches, legal services, medical services, employee training, research and development, that is R&D, computer programming like software development, etc., animation and designing. So children, work hard, at least read, learn and write your questions and do your practice.